quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
From his end zone, here's Trent Taylor. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Quickly to the air is Burrow.
That's complete to the tight end Sample. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
The Bengals at 4-8 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
From midfield now, Burrow.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
And one more time. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Now, these 2 teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you. Keep it to short gain.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point by McPherson. Up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 22. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Watson now to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
On first down, Watson.
Right back to Njoku. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Well, they told us that he was just going to be a bear to defend. And usually tight ends are, Charles, but he's no exception to that rule. His second catch of the opening possession, and it gets him a first down.
Yeah, and they certainly saw something on his earlier reception. He went back and reported what he found. And one of the things about him, he's like a wide receiver to me, Brandon. He has a great sense of space and understanding what defenders are.
Well, we talk all the time, Charles, and it kind of gets cliche about the hands that he has, but really it's the truth. For a tight end, some of the best hands in the game.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Watson looks to throw again. This is the tight end, Njoku.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Browns respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by York is up and good.
These two teams all tied after one. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different.
Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Browns. There he goes, right side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD.
York now for the extra point.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
I'm wondering.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Defensively, they came into the game to understand that they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
The pass to Boyd, and he brings it in on the crossing route.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
Fights through it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
We use the word relentless around with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. That is taken in by Hurst.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. After the sack on first down, Burrow, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
Give him 18 yards on that one. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Watson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got him in, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now 21-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Quick slant caught by Chase. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. First down, here's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
In motion comes the tight end left. 4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. Open man is complete to Higgins. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
They'll get 23 yards there. And it's good enough for a Cincinnati first down. Again, it's Burrow. He's going to throw one up from the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Taken from about the 12. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Browns drive about to get started.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the 50, it's Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch.
He'll get it inside the 20.
Touchdown, Browns!
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here we go. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Now Burrow loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. 30, 10, 5. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD.
The York on now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Here we go.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. 11. Hey, we gotta go score.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. McPherson now for the extra point.
It's good, and it's now 35-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
The Browns send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. To return is Taylor. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. First and 15. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
11, Mighty. 11, Mighty. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11. 11, Thomas.
Here's Burrow. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Jump. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the Bengals are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Oh, looked like they got someone to jump there. And if that's the case, this will be a first down. A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards on the play. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Hunt is in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly. The offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
On 2.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Here we go, here we go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
11, Thomas.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Hooking up here with Trent Taylor. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. He's going up top for Taylor. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here we go.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Burrow will throw. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 39. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Being chased out left. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Throwing now, Watson. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Watson, option left. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Watson, off play action. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line. Watson on first down. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles.